Good evening. Welcome to Hornets Sports Buzz. This is episode number 5 of the year. It's Monday, November 4th. Does that sound right?
Yes.
I'm going to introduce my guests in a minute. A quick update on other sports. Unfortunately, the boys and girls soccer team did not make the postseason. They both missed it. It came down to the final game, and they just fell short. The volleyball team did not make it. They were 500 in the Hawk, but they lost a couple non-league games. The field hockey team did make the postseason. They won their first 2 games, including beating the number 2 seed. And we just got word in, because this is live TV. We fooled you guys. They lost today to Notre Dame Academy, so they're out, but they had a great season. Coach Teresa Nyan will be on the show later this week, so congrats, Coach. The golf team, Chris Hall was on here. They had a tremendous season, winning the Hawk regular season and the Hawk League meet, and a few of those guys did good in the tournament. But tonight, boys and girls cross country. They had a pretty good year, and they'll be in the divisional meet this Saturday in Rentham. So good luck to Coach Ian Flanagan. But tonight we're going to talk about football. Mansfield High School football has a long and proud tradition. Welcome, Coach Mike Redding.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Nick Marciano. Okay. And Jason Camo. Is it Camo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, guys. Coach Redding, we could spend all day and all night with him, but let's start with you guys. Congratulations on being captains.
Thank you. Thank you.
As we know, in the back room we have 3 other captains, but so you guys are going to get all the hard questions. But Jason, can you tell me a little bit how you got elected captain and what the process is? Probably a year ago, if you can remember back that far.
I think I was just I've been playing since I was a sophomore, and everyone noticed that and noticed I was trying to lead as a younger kid, and I love the tradition of Mansfield football, and I just try to carry that on, and I think everyone noticed that, and they voted for me in the winter.
That's great. And Nick, do you know the process? Tell me, do everybody in the varsity get a vote, or how does it work?
So what happens is we all get a piece of paper of all the rising seniors coming up, and then we all just pick the people who we think that should be captains for the next season.
That's great. And Coach told me you have 5 this year. And Coach, is it always 5? Is it sometimes 4?
No, yeah, it varies by the number of. So this year we had 24 seniors. Usually when we get up to the mid-20s, we'll do 5. If we have 15 to 20, we'll do 4. For 10 to 15, we'll do 3. So it's kind of percentage of the number of candidates. And we have everybody vote. Sophomores vote, juniors vote, seniors vote. So we get the kids that are graduating have a say, but then the kids that are going to play in the next couple of years also get to vote. And the coaches get 1 vote each, just like every player.
That's good. And is 20, I think you said 24, is that the most seniors you had in a while? Or is that
fairly big group. We've had bigger. Recently it's been 20-ish, so a little bit bigger than the last couple of years.
That's great. And Nick, and Jason mentioned, how long have you been playing football? When did you get involved? And most importantly, did you ever play flag football too?
I did. I played one year flag, I think in the 1st grade.
We got to get the plug in for flag football. Yeah. Okay.
And then from 2nd grade to now I've played every year.
Okay. And you play running back and D-back, is that?
Yep.
So were you always quick, or you just kind of got faster as you got older? Or?
I gotta say thanks to Coach Selman.
Okay.
He's always every morning in the summer just lifting, running. So I think I got faster over the time, and thanks to him for putting together the conditioning program.
That's the only shout out he's getting this whole show. Jason, what about you? And you can talk about other sports too, because I know Coach encourages kids to play other sports. Did you play besides football, and when did you start?
Well, when I was younger, I was big into flag football. Got a couple of championships in
You still got your trophies?
Football. Yep, got all of them in my room. And I was also big into basketball. And then in 8th grade, I started playing tackle football, and noticed I really liked that, and I stuck with it.
You like hitting people? Is that?
Yeah, I guess so.
So Nick mentioned the off-season program. Can you guys, both of you can jump in, the off-season program? So you get elected captain, probably the banquets in late November, December, depending how far you go to the playoffs. We're going to talk about. But do you guys do much in the winter or the spring? Take us through from the whole off-season. You guys can jump back and forth.
So in the winter we go every day after school. We'll do our lifting, and then same thing that goes through the spring. And then the summer, we're up at 5:30. We do our lift and then run, and then that's kind of it for the day. But We're up bright and early, just getting after it.
Yeah.
You guys love getting up at 5:30? Coach Selman's not. Are coaches allowed to be in the weight room? I guess.
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Sullivan's up there,
Yeah.
up every morning with us.
You learn to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have competitions about like how much you lift, the bench pressing and the deadlifts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have like teams and that, and like every Wednesday, I think it was, we had a competition. My team won this year.
Nice.
Desperados. Shout them out real quick.
So the 5 captains each have a team. Is that how it works?
And
Yeah.
some of
Yeah.
the seniors have
Some of the
teams.
seniors.
Oh yeah. You can't let the running backs be you, right? It's got to be the
Yeah.
linemen. All right.
Tug of war, dodgeball, all the big competition.
Oh, that's
food
good.
groups.
We have fun.
That's good.
We have fun.
So football is a little bit different, and Coach could jump in here than like well, it's different from all the other sports, but you don't play football in the spring. I know you guys do a little summer league, but tell us about, Coach, maybe like the summer league. Are you allowed to get involved in that, or is that still captain?
No, yeah,
Constantly.
you're allowed to work with the players like weightlifting, running, but anything that involves a football, you can't have contact till the end of August. So we have a good program though. In the summer, we do summer league in Canton once a week. We did 2 weekend tournaments, and that's flag football without linemen. And we have former players that played at the high school that are in college playing, so they come back and coach the guys, and it's good. It keeps them connected, and allows our younger guys to meet former players, and we sit in the stands and watch and evaluate while we're watching. But that's about it. It's 6 Tuesday nights, couple of weekends. We're very different than basketball, baseball that are doing year-round playing. We play one season and then once a week for 6 weeks, and other than that it's non-sport specific training, running, lifting, which we think helps them for football but also helps them in all their other sports too.
That's great. And then we had the golf team, Coach Hawley, in a few weeks ago, and he said on Saturdays they do yoga. And I think, did Coach Selman have you guys do yoga at all, or no?
Nah.
No.
That was a few
They
years
always-
ago. We
Yeah.
kind of got away from
Yeah.
it.
They always joke about doing like ballet or something
Yeah.
like that, but we haven't done that
I
yet.
heard you were interested, and that's what Coach said. Just kidding. So we got your teammates in the back room, and Coach Redding has a lot of history. But if you guys just want to, if you guys don't mind, tell me the highlights. I know you guys went out to Ohio for like your second game, and tell me a little bit about the trip, other than the football game, if you guys want to. Jason, like what did you guys do when you went to Ohio?
The first thing we did was like we took the plane, which was like pretty fun. It was a lot of kids like first time on a plane, so that was really cool. And then as soon as like we landed, we went right to Ohio State, and we got to like kind of tour their stadium and like see like their campus, and that was pretty neat. And then after that,
Went to the museum. The next day, we went to the forget what the name of it.
National Underground
yeah.
Railroad
Yeah.
Museum.
That's great. So
That was pretty
and then Ohio State. Do you know? I know it wasn't a game, which is a practice, but it holds like what 90,000, or is it? It's pretty big.
Yeah,
I think it's in
95,000?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It
So
was awesome. It was so nice.
yeah, and then Saturday you guys went to a game. Is that right?
Yeah, we drove a couple hours up to Notre Dame. We got to see a nice game.
That's
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome. So, Coach, and we can get into that. I'm thinking that's a ton of planning. You start like a year ago planning that, or 6 months?
Yeah, it started out as a trip to play at the University of Michigan against a team from the Midwest. But the more we got into it, the higher the price tag came for renting out the stadium in Michigan. And in the end, they wanted like $17,000 to play one game, and we were like, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah. So a couple of the teams that were interested were from Cincinnati. So we said to them, hey, do you want to keep talking about playing? Maybe we can go see you. So LaSalle offered us a deal to come out and play there, and they actually paid us to come out and play because they have a hard time finding games in Ohio because they're so good. So we made $5,000 by going to Cincinnati to play LaSalle. So that helped with the cost a little bit. And yeah, booking the flight was going to be a little bit tricky with, I think we brought 85 people on the plane, but we got a direct flight out, everybody on the same plane. Hotels were pretty easy. Probably the hardest part was feeding 80 people, 3 teams a day.
Oh my God.
So we got lucky. Marriott did the free breakfast we stayed at Fairfield Inn. So that took care of one meal, and they did a good job getting the kids food in the morning. And we had a great dinner at the Montgomery Inn, which is a famous place in Cincinnati for ribs, and pulled pork sandwiches was good. We had pizza a couple of nights, and everything went as according to plan. The only hard thing was it was a major heat wave.
Oh, okay.
We were out there, it was on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it was in the mid-90s. Game time temperatures Friday night was like 92 at 7 o'clock at night. So that limited the walking and how much we could do. But other than that, it was a great trip and played a great team, did a lot of good stuff, and I think it brought the team together, which was the big goal, to spend a few days together early in the year.
That's great. And you knew, Jason and Nick, you guys lost. You guys, we'll talk about your record, 38-16, I think, but they're a nationally ranked team, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
knew that
pretty
going
high.
in? And,
Yeah.
pretty impressive. You probably don't like to give kudos to opponents. But they're really good.
Yeah, you could tell that they knew how to play football like at a young age. Like the way they were just moving around, like they were so fast. I feel like we like stuck with them, and like the score doesn't show that. But
Yeah. So would you? Not that trip's going to happen again, but you'd love to play them. It'd be nice to play them later in the year because I know how much you guys improved. But
Yeah, it was awesome. I
that's
think the
great.
most important thing was we all had fun.
That's
We
good.
all had a great time. It was just a good experience overall. Just being with everyone and then playing like a team that good. I think it brought us together a little more and, helped us further down the road this season.
That's good. So we're going to talk to the other captains about the postseason. But so far to date, and again, Coach knows all this. I have to write it down. But what's been like the highlight? Which game, either personally or as a team? Like you guys have beaten everybody. You beaten BC High, Taunton, King Philip. We're not going to talk about King Philip right now, Franklin. But is there any particular game or like moment, Jason, when you like pancake the kid, or what stood out other than the trip to Ohio?
I don't really know. I had some good blocks against like the LaSalle team, and that like stood out to me in Ohio.
Yeah, the kid's bigger than you out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of, even in like our league though, there's a lot of kids that are bigger than me.
Yeah. So again, this is live, but no trash talking goes on in football, right? Like
No.
you guys are all like Tom Brady last night said when he was complaining to the referee, he was asking the referee politely, "Could you take another look at that, sir?" So that's the same thing in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of sirs and all that.
Nick, what do you like playing better? Offense, defense, special teams? Oh yeah, tell us. Tell us the positions you play. Like.
So I play running back, safety, occasional outside linebacker, and I started playing a little QB this year in different formations. I also
You
hold
ever drop the snap
in shot.
like a shotgun?
I have. I recovered it though.
That's good.
I also hold for Mike when Mike does his kicking, and
Long snap.
I do long snap.
And quick kicks when we need a quick kick on
Yeah.
the punt.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So, Coach, there's all sorts of history. I got to give credit to your dad, Dave Redding. I always plug Hockomock Sports website because those guys, Josh Perry and Ryan Lanningham, do a great job.
Yep.
But the in-depth of Mansfield High history, and just a quick overview. You were on the show last year, but just give us a quick overview of your coaching history at Mansfield High. I know it's extensive.
Yeah, it started back fall of 1988. So this is my 32nd season. It's hard to believe. It's
Wow.
been a lot of fun. I've coached a lot of great players, worked with a lot of great coaches, and won a bunch of state titles, some league championships. These guys just won back-to-back league titles, and in this league, that's a great accomplishment. It's really, Franklin is really good this year. They're ranked number two in Division I. KP's in the league. Attleboro's a good football team. So, yeah, it's been a long but fun run, and I think we're just due for another state title here, though, right, coming up. So we'll
good.
keep on rolling.
Yeah. So I know Coach knows, but if you guys are fans, you're both history buffs. You know what the last year Mansfield won the state title?
2013.
Very good.
Wow.
What grade were you in then? I did the math. I think you were in sixth grade.
Sixth grade?
Yeah, I think
It
sixth
was a
grade.
good year.
Yeah.
Sixth grade.
Do you
Sixth
guys
grade.
remember? Like, I bet you probably went to the game. You guys
Oh.
in Pop Warner,
All
no
the
doubt.
time, yeah.
At Gillette Stadium. And then, Coach, I know you've had 6 undefeated Super Bowl teams, 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think 5 of the 7 Super Bowl teams were undefeated, and two of them lost one game.
That's really impressive. Just a couple. You know, it's funny, and again, I don't want to. I looked at some of the stats, and again, this is all a team-oriented show, but I found that there's a million stuff, but there's one kid, I don't know if it's true, there's been one player in your history that's been a 3-time Hawk All-Star. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but
Yeah, I think we now have a few.
Yeah, okay.
I think Hunter Ferreira just got
that's
it.
the name. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
And,
because to be a 3-year starter in a contributor is pretty impressive.
Yeah, to get voted in this league, all league as a sophomore, really difficult because there's so many good seniors and juniors, so it's rare. Vinny Holmes is a 2-time, and he's got a chance to be a 3-time All-Star coming up. So, but it's hard to get in as a sophomore. You've got to be a pretty impressive player to stand out in this league.
Yeah, and then just one other one I happen to notice, which, and again, I'm not, but I don't know if you know this because you play, but touchdown receptions, co-leaders. Do you know who they are?
I would guess Brendan Hill is one, or Jeff Hill.
Both of them.
Both
It's
are
funny,
tied.
you know,
Yeah.
and I trust your father. I just thought, I mean, there's a million statistics. I thought that was amazing, considering the athletes. But it really is about the team. And you guys, before you leave, I want to ask you, what are your plans post high school? Do you guys? I know you're in the midst of playoffs, but what are you guys hoping to do?
I want to go to 4-year school and look to play football.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing, and like hopefully major in like adventure education or something like that.
That's good. What is adventure education?
It's
I want
like-
to do that too.
Yeah, it's like, so you use like, as your classroom, you use like the outdoors. So like the classes are like teach you how to like whitewater rafting and like things like that. And then you could be able to like teach others how to do that.
That's
later
good.
on.
Have you gone whitewater rafting? And
A few times. I used to be in like Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. And
that's great.
Dad got me into all that.
That's great. Before you leave, I actually do want to ask you about Thanksgiving Day, because you know it's a big tradition. And you guys were starters last year, right?
Yeah.
You guys went to Fenway, and talk about that experience. I mean, I know it's last year, but you're not going to Fenway this year, right?
No, we're going to Foxborough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit of I heard that was a little bit of a back and forth, a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Long story. We won't-
long story.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
we'll play wherever.
That's great.
Ready to play him again. Yeah.
But what's it like playing Thanksgiving Day morning? And I know, and I guess the question is, you guys are in the midst of the playoffs, which we're going to talk to your fellow captains about. But it's still, I mean, you've probably gone since you were 4, 5, 6 years old. But
Yeah.
you know, talk about just playing that. You know, your last game. Well, maybe not your last game, senior, but
Yeah.
you know, playing on Thanksgiving Day morning. You guys talk about that?
It's a big tradition. So it's just one of those things where you want to just get out there and, you know, because all the college kids come back, all your old friends, just everyone's there to watch Mansfield beat Foxborough. And it's, what is it, 80-something years? So
Yeah, this year's 88, 89th year.
it's good to be a part of that big football tradition.
So do you have a big breakfast, or do you just go? You know, you just wait till after the game to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my nephews who coached John and Tom Davis, and one year they came to our house for Thanksgiving, and unfortunately they lost. It was not a good meal. His head was in the mashed potatoes the whole meal. So yeah. You do your parents a favor, but yeah. Good luck, guys. I don't want to keep you. I know you got film study tonight.
Probably. Watch a
Hopefully
little
they're
bit.
academics first, and then
Academics.
move on to football
It's a
film.
big week.
Yeah.
Big week.
Jason, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
Nick.
you.
I appreciate it. And Coach,
Thanks for
a lot.
having us, Jack.
And good luck. And
Thank you.
We're gonna talk to the other guys about King Philip.
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to say the word, but you guys have had a great year, and keep it up. And
Thank you.
thanks again.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Hornets Sports Buzz, episode 5. Coach Redding has left the building. He's going to do some film study. We're going to talk about King Philip. We've been trying to ignore it, but we're going to talk a little about the new captains. Let me introduce them. First of all, we have Vinny Holmes,
Nice to
Jack Bousset, Michael DeBolt.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I want to clarify, Mike. You know, I know Tom Faria. He said he pronounced your name DeBolt, and how do you pronounce your last name?
I say DeBolt, but my dad says the proper way is D-Bolt.
Oh, okay.
And Tom got it from my dad because Tom used to be my mailman when I was growing up.
Okay.
So that's how he got it.
That's good trivia. Yeah. And does anybody call you the Moose?
All the time. All the
okay.
coaches, all my friends, yeah.
I thought you were going to slap me if I said that.
No, it's all good. I kind of like it.
And you're just Vinny.
Yeah,
No.
I'm just Vinny.
Yeah.
Vin.
I-E
Maybe Vin.
or Y spelling?
VA and then IE.
Okay. All right. So that's good. All right. So you guys, we talked to Nick and Big Jason. We made Jason sit over there because I thought he was going to.
Take up 3 seats.
But why don't you talk about? We'll get to you last. You play a lot of positions. Why don't you talk about your positions?
So I play running back, fullback, linebacker for us.
Okay. Does the fullback ever get the ball in the Mike Redding offense, or?
Yeah,
All the time.
I
They
get the
do?
ball. Yeah, I get the ball a pretty good amount.
Okay, that's good.
Get my fair share.
Yeah,
Got a couple catches last game.
Yeah.
Like a little cut shot
good.
pass to him, which was nice.
Yeah.
it's like Patriots are missing James Devlin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's good. And what about you? You're QB1, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Tell the audience what QB1 means.
It means I'm the starting quarterback. I love being in the position. It's fun. I'm surrounded by great guys like Vinny and Mike who make me look good all the time. So
Do you play defense at all?
never.
And in practice, do you wear a special jersey so they can't hit you?
No, they know better because they don't want to get involved like that. Vinny tried that today. Didn't work out well for him. So
I don't know about that.
All right, Mike. What do you do? You do much out there?
I play running back. It's kind of like a running back receiver position. I line up in the slot sometimes. On defense, I'm kind of like Nick, where we play safety and then sometimes roll down, play outside linebacker. And then I also am the kicker, and I return punts and kicks too.
That's good. So do you ever leave the field?
nope.
Rarely.
Really? That's good. What happens if I don't want? You guys have had a great year. What happens if you guys are up, say, 24 points? Do you guys ever let the second string in, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there who's QB2?
Cam Walsh.
Okay.
I usually stay in pretty much until the end of the game.
So you like Brady? You even do the
I
kneel
don't-
downs?
Yeah, I'll take the knee. Love taking the knee.
That's great. Hey, Mike, and again, this is a team-focused show, but before I forget, I'm aware you're doing this special charity. Can you tell, people that aren't aware about it? I mean, it's an amazing thing, so if you don't mind talking about it.
Oh yeah, my kicker campaign. It was started by a Division I kicker who got diagnosed with cancer, and then when he came back and won his battle with cancer, he started kicking again, and then he donated like every point he scored to pediatric cancer, and then it started this whole thing, and a bunch of kickers around the country do it, and so you can either pledge like $1 a point to my campaign, or
What's the campaign? You could give a shout out. What's
Kick It with Mike DeBolt. That's what it's called. Through
good.
Alex Lemonade Stand.
That's great. And have you raised a lot of money so far this year?
Yeah, I'm almost at 3,000. I'm at like 2,900 right now.
That's great.
I think I saw something where you were like top 25 in Massachusetts right
No,
now.
in the
Or
country.
In the country, so that's
huge.
That's
really impressive,
That's
so.
impressive. And we're going to give you guys plenty of airtime too. But was it what was the school that kind of matched? It was a couple games ago. They matched your donations.
That was Franklin High School because
good.
they have a couple good kickers over there, and their coach sent out a tweet like I think it was on Tuesday before our game. It was like he's going to give $10 for every kicked point and touchback between me and their kicker. So I raised a lot of money from that
great.
game alone.
Were you guys defensively trying to keep them in field goal range so we could get a field goal?
Couple of times.
That's great. That's real important. And another thing I meant to ask Coach Redding about it before I forget. Jack, maybe you know about this. Do you know about Live with Z campaign? Do you know that or Vinny?
Well, yeah, it's like the we're fundraising for Matt Zongetti.
Matt Zongetti. Yeah,
For-
Living Like Z. I
Yeah.
apologize. My bad. But I know he graduated in 2010. Unfortunately, passed away with a skiing accident. But
Yeah.
that's a great cause. And I think
Yeah.
did you guys have a dedication earlier in
yeah,
the year?
first
Yeah.
home game.
First-
we have
yeah.
a nice big sign on the press box, right? It says "Live Like Z." So
Yeah.
And do you have something on your uniforms
No,
on our
nothing-
helmet, we have a
little
sticker.
sticker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I meant to ask Coach Redding about that, but that's great. So, we talked a little bit about the Ohio trip with the other guys. Let's get into, before we talk about King Philip,
Yeah.
which we used to not be able to say North Attleboro, but now we
Yeah.
can. But,
now it's switched.
yeah. So, what's been your standout, Jack, or, is a team or individually, which play or which game really stood out that you guys thought it might be a little bit closer than it turned out, or?
Well, something that I've noticed over the course of the season has been the way we've been practicing. I think in the beginning of the year we were kind of sloppy and slow and not prepared, but these past couple of weeks we've really picked it up, and we've had our best 2 games of the season, and we plan on continuing that into Friday night. So it's not necessarily a game; it's just been the way we've been practicing. So yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys have a ton of great coaches. Mr. Selman, Mark DiGirolamo,
Coach Spaz, yeah.
Coach, now, does he was I remember.
He was
I
unbelievable.
I'm really old. He was a
Yeah.
phenomenal
Yeah,
quarterback.
he was awesome.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Division
he
one.
had a cannon. and
Unbelievable.
He still
yeah.
does.
He can still
He
throw.
still
Yeah.
does. Yeah. So you work with him?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
So as captains, and I know Coach Redding's tradition, 31, 32 years, and
Yep.
but the practices, do you guys feel like you're taking ownership of some of these, Vinny? Like, kind of, you're all talented, but you guys are like,
Yeah.
hey guys, we got to step it up.
Yeah, I mean, as like our role as captains, we have to like take that leadership role and tell everyone if we're having like a little bit of a sloppy practice, gotta like pick it up. Like we gotta do better. Got a big game coming up, something like that. So
What do you like better, hitting people, or do you like carrying the ball? Or
I get this question. I got this question from like the little Pop Warner kids actually.
you comparing me to a Pop Warner?
No, I'm.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. No, go ahead.
We were just. I mean, it's a tough question for me because I like doing both, but I do whatever the team needs me to do.
Yeah, no, that's good. So you have a combination of speed and strength, you would say?
Yeah.
That's good. And your brother, anytime you guys want to shout out, your brother
Yeah.
Nico is a
Yep.
junior. What
Yep,
position does
he's a
he
junior.
play?
Plays D-line and he plays fullback. He blocks for me sometimes.
Yeah.
Comes
is
in
he
pro
tougher than
sets.
you, or is that? No.
Nah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. So is Xander.
There's a third
what-
one.
Yeah, I have a
third
third.
one.
I have a
Sophomore
third
now.
brother too. He's a sophomore.
Oh, I didn't know. Excellent. So 3 in a row. That's great.
Yep.
So we've been beating around the bush. King Philip. I think you guys probably been on varsity since sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
So what they've beaten you guys, you've guys beaten them. This year, you guys beat them 15 to
Yep.
13.
Yep.
Any field goals in that game, or?
I think
no,
we had two TDs
no.
and a two-pointer maybe.
Yeah.
Touchdowns and yeah.
Yeah, two-pointer.
So how do you guys, Jack? How do you guys match up? Like, so you got to have that field vision. They have a phenomenal defense, right?
Oh yeah, they compete. They play hard, but I feel like so do we. I'm going in there thinking that our O-line can compete with their D-line, our skill can compete with their skill. I'm excited to see what we can do.
And who's the offensive coordinator? Is it Mark DiGirolamo?
No, it's Coach Spaz.
Coach
Speranza.
That's great. Do you have any input? Like not just you, but or do they kind of call the plays?
Sometimes I'll get like Vinny will be like, "Yo, I need the rock right now." I'll be like, "Coach, listen, we got to give Vinny the ball." But I usually let Coach Redding and Coach Spaz do their thing. But every once in a while, I'm not afraid to be like, "Coach, let's try this real quick." And sometimes I get the call. Sometimes it's totally different, and just roll with whatever Coach says, and that's what we do.
That's great. And they have a tradition of, I think, for like 7-10 years, really hard nosed. And they like to run it. They like to
Yeah.
pound the
Yeah.
ball, right?
Yeah.
So it could come down to kicking, Mike. So that's good. And
We definitely got the advantage there.
So when you play like a slot, do you get the ball like in motion sometimes?
Yeah, I run a lot of jet. I also line up sometimes as like kind of like an eye back, run the ball between the tackles.
Yeah. Do you guys fight over carries, or is it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Marciano, and who else besides you two?
Sincere Gill.
Sincere, yeah, he's pretty quick. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who's the fastest on the team? Would you say?
Sincere.
Is he?
I got Jack Rivard as a sleeper.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Rivard.
We have a lot of
unbelievable.
speed.
Yeah.
We
Joey
have a
Cap.
lot of speed.
A lot of people can run.
See, I'm a fan of track and field, and
Yeah.
Capoletti and Rivard do a
Yep.
good job.
Yeah,
And,
Capoletti is
400
really fast.
hurdles.
And then I think Anthony Comer.
Comer's
Yep.
speedy.
That's good. That's good. So, and again, it's all about the doing good things off the field too. So, tell me about Mike. Wasn't there a kid on King Philip that got hurt? Was it? I don't know if it playing against you guys or another
Yeah.
game. And
It was against us.
Yeah.
What did you guys did a nice gesture for him, right?
Yeah, it was before like our next game. We passed around like a big sign saying like hope you
feel better,
and
yeah.
everyone on the team signed it.
Yeah.
And then it got delivered to him when he was still in the hospital after his surgery.
That's good. That's real important. I mean,
Yeah.
the night before the game, you probably aren't going to really, go over and have ice cream with them. But
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I heard they're Ryan Halliday, how do you say his name?
Yeah, he got injured too,
He
but
already
he's back
stopped.
now.
He's back.
back, so
Yeah.
we're excited to see him.
But you want to face their best, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
we don't
They
want
got
no-
us.
we don't
They got
want
us
any
shorthanded
excuses.
last year, so we want best on best this
Yeah.
year.
Absolutely.
And as far as injuries, have you guys? And again, we don't want to tell King Philip anything, but you guys have been relatively healthy this year. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
that's
pretty good.
Not everybody knock on wood. All right. There you go. All right. That's good. So before I forget, because what do you plan to do after high school? After you graduate? What are you thinking about?
I'm definitely want to go to a 4-year university and play football.
That's great. That's
So
great.
yeah.
What about you, Jack?
So I'm committed. I'm going to St. Lawrence University next year. It's up in New York. I'll be playing football there.
That's great. Congrats.
I think I'm going to be trying to do an ROTC, trying to be an officer in the Marine Corps, or do something like that. I think I'm going to study economics. That might be my major, so I kind of figured my stuff out, and
That's
excited
great.
about
That's
it.
great. Michael?
I definitely want to attend a 4-year school, and I really want to transition to being just a kicker in college, and then I think I want to study business marketing.
That's great. So maybe any of you guys, if you don't mind, Coach, before you got here, was talking a little bit about huddle.
Yeah.
Just talk about the recruiting process. I think all your games are filmed, and then just say, Michael, you want to go out to a school, any college, and say, hey, this is what I've done. How does that work? How do you?
Well, there's a big myth that college coaches will come and find you, but usually you have to.
That's a fact. You got to go out.
Yeah,
Really?
you got to
Go
take
out
the
and do it.
initiative.
Okay.
Like go on their website, find your position coach's email or the recruiting coach for your area. Send them an email, tell them you're interested in their school, and attach your highlights.
So is Huddle pretty good? I mean, you guys are pretty swift with the technology. Is it pretty easy to use?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
really
awesome.
easy.
Yeah.
it's
So you
beautiful.
find out like 22, right?
Yeah.
You just
So-
highlight yourself, or how do you do
Yeah,
that?
so we have every play broken down. So once the game's over, everyone goes home, looks at the tape, and then all your highlighted plays, you can just there's a little star in the corner. You just click it, and then it pops up with circles, so you can just circle yourself
Yeah.
so the coaches can see you easily.
That's great. And do you guys, be honest, Coach Redding isn't here, but for the opponents, do you guys do a lot of
Yes.
film stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
love it. That's my favorite part.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, I'll probably go home after this and do that.
That's good. That's
I mean,
good.
I know it helps because I got to be able to go to the line of scrimmage and know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So actually, Coach Redding is over there, so that was a good answer. Hey, so I'm going to ask you all when you started playing football. Can you give us you can make it if you want. You come into the huddle, Coach Redding give us a fake play, let's hear the whole thing.
We'll go pro blue wide, jet right, bat right, 935 backside, slant on 2. Something like that.
Does that mean you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Who's it? Is it John Gruden that loves all that?
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen him?
Yeah, I've
He
seen
loves
those
all
on
that.
Hard
Yeah.
Knocks and stuff.
That's pretty impressive. And is it true? My kids didn't play tackle football. That
Yeah.
the terminology is the same in Pop Warner, but I mean it must build.
Yeah, it builds up.
You're probably talking about a third of what you just said with the play call, right?
I mean, our 8th grade year, we were doing some crazy things. We did a lot 8th grade that actually helped me transition to the high school. Coach Raposa and younger Coach Spaz did a really good job paying attention to what the high school was doing and help us learn that at a young age. So
And you guys, didn't you win the New England Championship in 8th grade?
Yeah.
we
Let's
had
go.
a really good year.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's good. It's good to brag a little bit. Yeah, that's good. So I won't keep you guys too much longer because I know you have a lot of work. But Michael, I know you played a lot of sports because it's the people that are watching, which it's probably 15 to 20 people out there. But did you just play football, or what other sports did you play growing up? And when did you get involved in tackle football? Do you remember?
I got involved in tackle football when I was in 5th grade. That was my first year. I was a little later than all my friends, and I was a little scared to play tackle football at first. And then growing up, I played basketball and baseball.
Yeah.
I stopped playing basketball in 8th grade, and then I still play baseball.
That's great. And I think you're the captain of the baseball team as well.
Yeah, I'm
That's good.
one of
That's good.
3.
And in-town hoops it's all about in-town
Oh,
hoops, right?
it is all
I
about
mean,
in-town basketball in
that's-
Mansfield.
We love it.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Vinny? What'd you play growing up?
So I started tackle football on I-team. I never played flag. My dad just asked me if I wanted to sign up for Pop Warner. I said, yeah, sure. And then I wrestled all up until sophomore year. And yeah.
You did pretty well, right? You can brag about wrestling.
Yeah, I was a state champion.
That's impressive.
And
What weight?
second
What
in
weight
all
class?
state. 182.
Are you about that now?
Right now, I'm floating around 195.
That's impressive. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. What about you, Jack? What did you?
Soccer, flag football, baseball, football,
Yeah.
basketball.
Would you encourage kids to do all that, or would you?
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
I see a lot of things of especially with baseball, I see kids that are 10
That's where I
years
met
old, they
Mike.
play baseball year round, don't do anything else, and I'm they're not really getting the right experience as a kid.
Yeah.
You can't really figure out what you like. Up until my freshman year in high school, I was all about baseball, and then once I got into high school, I really started to love football.
Yeah, things I've read, they said you might actually be less injury prone if you do other sports because you're using
Yeah.
different
More
muscles.
muscles and stuff, yeah, for sure.
But I'll let you guys go. I really appreciate it. Good luck against
Absolutely.
King
All right, thank you,
Philip.
sir. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
Friday
it.
night, what time's the game?
6:30.
6:30.
Jack was set.
Thank you for having us.
6:30.
Thank you.
Anybody who watches the show can get in free, right, to the game? Is that true?
Absolutely, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
See you guys there.
You play their
Friday
cards right.
night.
All right, thanks for joining us. That's this week's episode of Hornets Sports Buzz, and we'll see you next time. Go Hornets. Thanks.